Welcome to U of M Dearborn for the second half, of an anticlimactic season opener for the NFPL. The reigning Kings of Michigan Futsal Factory toppled Inter-Detroit 17-2 just 5 weeks ago, and now the home side is looking for their get back. The heat is on, the rosters look a bit different, and Inter-Detroit has not been able to rest easy since that opening loss. Hello everybody, welcome to the National Futsal Premier League YouTube channel. My name is Garrett Pogg, and at the end of a youth tournament, the pro teams take center stage as Futsal Factory looks to make an emphatic statement on who the division runs through. Let's talk about the keys to the game. We'll start first with the visitors. Futsal Factory head coach Drew Ducks Ducker said their entire focus would be on defense, especially in 1v1 situations and making sure that players rally around to the ball. On offense, they want to dictate the pace and force Inter-Detroit to play off balance for the majority of the 40 minutes. Inter's head coach Edwin Jimenez said that defense will be their primary focus, as well as he cited their defensive shape as the reason why Futsal Factory was able to score as often as they did. Jimenez also wants to see the work rate increase and force the Factory to earn every possession and play they make. Starting fives are coming alive on the court. We will introduce them now. We'll start with the home side, Inter-Detroit. On goal will be Randy Lopez. No Xavier Borjas for them, so they will not be able to rotate in and out. In the fixo spot, Captain Edwin Gomez-Ruiz. Your alas are Nate Booz as well as Mariano Barragan. And then the pivot spot is Nikolai Zacharko. Edwin Gomez-Ruiz, the captain for Inter-Detroit, was not present in the last game they played. Starting five for Futsal Factory in goal is going to be Robert Francis Damron. He recently changed his name. We'll talk about that later. In the fixo spot is Graham Unsworth. Your alas are Lucas Yesian, as well as Cal Suleiman, and Ben Pritchard will be in the pivot spot up top for them. Pritchard, Unsworth, and Yesian scored 3 goals each in the last contest against Inter-Detroit. Something worth noting, no Thomas Dono for them. The Golden Boot winner will be out for today's contest. We are past 7 o'clock local time here in Dearborn on the west side of Metro Detroit. Big thank you to everybody watching right now as we are getting ready for the second game for both of these teams this season. At the end of the Detroit Futsal Invitational hosted by Futsal Factory, Inter-Detroit and all of their fans coming alive, as this is their home matchup. 5 weeks ago, December 13th was the last time these two teams played at Futsal Factory's place. And these teams will dap up and get ready to start in just a moment. The Michigan Division, Midwest, however you want to frame it, looks a little different this season as compared to last year, with Capital Futsal and Midwest FC also taking place in this division, or also playing in this division, I should say. Had an entertaining matchup where Midwest was able to go up 2-0, and Capital scored 7 of the next 8 goals to be able to take home that victory at home. Those teams will play. It'll be a bit of a foursome next week at UWM, their Fieldhouse over in Pontiac. Inter-Detroit will play Capital Futsal. It'll be their home matchup, and Futsal Factory will be at Midwest FC, even though they're all playing in the same arena. Those games will start about a half hour apart, most likely on courts directly next to each other. Starting fives are taking to court, and we'll get started here in just a moment. We are alive. This is Gomez-Ruiz. Facing tough defense early. Booz will go back. Zacharko. Ball stolen away. Pritchard takes a shot, deflected out of bounds. And the first possession, or first out of bounds kick in, will go in the Factory's favor. Kick inside. Pritchard decides to lay off for the moment. Unsworth will be the one to put it in. It's been an entertaining weekend of futsal. Last night, we saw action in the other two divisions, both Southwest and California. 360 Sala and HBK playing to a draw. Pass inside, taken away. Nate Booz gets it poked out by Cal Suleiman and sends it out of bounds, allowing their team to, well, it was to get back on defense, but he deflected it off of the foot of an Inter-Detroit player. So possession goes back to Futsal Factory. Inside, Pritchard, shot from Unsworth, just wide. If you missed our pregame, Randy Lopez and Xavier Borjas typically swap in and out for each other in the goalkeeper spot. There is no Xavier Borjas today. Randy Lopez will go all 40 minutes in between the pipes. Robert Franzese Damron, who started this last game that he played, the 17-2 win, those 2 goals he did not give up. It was the backup keeper who gave up those 2 goals. So Damron has yet to give up a goal this season. Still early though. We got 9 games left to play, including this one. Pritchard was patient with it. Unsworth, not so much, gets it taken away. Barragan to Sacharko. Pass was deflected by Unsworth, and Suleiman lets it go out of bounds. Kick in, we'll go to Booz. He's got a rocket of a right foot. The leading goal scorer for Inter-Detroit this season ago. Only 1-5 record for Inter-Detroit, trying to see themselves improve on it. More opportunities to do so. Shot over the head of Damron, but deflected out. Pritchard chasing after it, and he just sends it away. Tough play from Nikolai Zacharko. Him and Ben Pritchard already muscling it out. Fun to see. National Futsal Premier League, live from U of M Dearborn, west side of Metro Detroit for out-of-towners. Booz gets it pushed away. No foul called, but shot. The ref did not, there was no whistle, so players on the court were confused as to whether the ball was in play or not. Sacharko had an open net. Confused me too, I'll be honest. Gomez Ruiz trying to get it past Yesian. Barragan retreating back, deflects it off. Shot from Schwartz. Oh, almost in there. Andrew Schwartz, who just checked in a moment ago, had an early chance towards the net. Not able to come up with anything though. Gomez Ruiz inside. Booz able to recover. Unsworth. Now to Yesian. That man who just checked in was David Magalhaes, who did not play in the first match. One of the playoff superstars in last year's run. Scored a lot of goals against Cadence SFC, as well as was able to get one in there against Abruzza in the championship match. Head coach slash player slash owner slash everything else, Drew Ducks Ducker, has checked in. He wanted that pass, just a little off the mark from Schwartz. Even rosters this time around. I believe that was a point of conversation with the last game. Both players brought 13 to the table today. Sorry, both teams brought 13. Tight press defense, able to get it past. Zacharko, that's a roll out of bounds. For those who are confused, you're looking at the blue lines. I know that there's white lines on the court. That was part of a youth tournament that was taking place all weekend long. Those blue lines are what the refs are using for today's match. Just a couple minutes into this one, first period. Remember, 3 goals were scored by Futsal Factory in the opening 4 minutes. Oh, beautiful passing. Schwartz sends it to the other side of the moon. And Schwartz wanted everything on that one. Philip Lecht is also checked in, number 6, towards the top of your screen. Ball goes directly into the arms of Robert Franzese Damron, who's now legally changed his name to reflect his mother's maiden name. So that is the reason behind the name change. As you may have heard me refer to him as Franzese Damron throughout the duration of this match so far. Just outside of your screen to the bottom is a nice Inter-Detroit crowd that's gathered here, as well as some Futsal Factory youth players. Fun to see a lively crowd here at U of M Dearborn. Ducks trying to get after it. We'll go back to left. This is Schwartz from the top, deflected by Gomez Ruiz. Good defense. Patino, who's checked in, excuse me, that's Silas Rustin. Shot from Barragan. One of the near side post, and it goes just past the end line. Francis Damron, part of Team USA, was up for the Team USA Player of the Year last year. Some talk about him potentially going overseas to continue his futsal career. The expert keeper that he is. Been phenomenal throughout the Michigan Division, Midwest as it was formerly called. Shot on, that's first save of the day for Randy Lopez. First save for either side. Wanted to pass inside, gets it deflected out by Zacharko, who will sub out. That was Mago Hayes, excuse me. Looking for Schwartz inside. Play drawn up, let's see what they got. Oh, almost. Went through the legs of Gomez Ruiz and almost through the legs of Randy Lopez. It's out for a corner. If that would have went in the net, I believe that would have counted as an own goal, because it did touch both inner thighs of Edwin Gomez Ruiz, the captain of Inter-Detroit. Shot from Agohais. Believe he wanted Schwartz on a pass instead, my apologies. Checking in now is Unej Ramajiku, who did not play a couple weeks ago. One of the younger players of the squad. Solid role player for them a season ago. Passing in now and checking in is Daniel Patino, one of 2 goal scorers from last time around. Substitutions not done to the liking of our referee. And that's Maurice Boyd who's checking in a little too quickly the first time around. Good passing inside, better defense. Ben Pritchard has been all over the backcourt of Inter-Detroit. Ben Pritchard plays with a bit of an aggressive style, at least in 11s he does. Had a chance to cover him in 11s for U of M's club team this past season. I believe that was Ramajiku who wanted a pass inside, got it deflected away before it was sent out and Inter-Detroit's end line. Pass deflected out by Gomez Ruiz. A little bit of a ninja kick from him. No goals scored yet. Remember, Futsal Factory scored 3 in the first 4 minutes of the last time these teams scored. Pass just a little too high. Was looking for Patino. That was Silas Rustin, who's playing in his first futsal game, or at least first NFPL game. Inter-Detroit, excuse me. This is their 3rd season within futsal, 2nd season in the NFPL. Only a 1-5 record a season ago, looking to improve on that this time around. Edwin Jimenez believes in their core, built up of guys like Lopez, Gomez Ruiz, who both touched the ball in this possession. Nate Booz, who was in the running for the Golden Boot as the season got closer. That's Guillermo Garcia de Solis, who just turned that ball over. Randy Lopez picks it up. Down the way, Garcia de Solis Not able to find Silas Rustin on the other side. Bit of a miscommunication. But the ball will go back to Inter-Detroit, so an opportunity inside the red zone, if you will, inside the few feet they have before the goalpost. Dearborn arms out wide. Not needed as Unsworth took it away before he lost it himself. Rustin, fancy footwork. Holding on to it a little too long. Trying to get past the double team. Keeps it alive. Almost. Before Boyd sends it away. How did that happen? Unsworth takes it away. Boyd on the recipient. Pritchard. Ramajiku. Unsworth, shot deflected away. Another shot deflected. Still in possession of Futsal Factory before Unsworth dribbles it out. Coach Jimenez of Inter-Detroit was very shocked regarding the 17-2 loss they suffered the last time these teams played 5 weeks ago. They said, well, looking back at the film, it's clear that our defensive shape was not where it was supposed to be. And he cited that the additions and new players that are on the court today he cited that the players that were added on the court are new to the roster, at least new to the team this season, will help them have a better defensive shape and give themselves a better chance of earning a victory in today's match. 0-0 so far, a little less than 6 minutes in. Corner will be taken by Graham Unsworth. Checking in is Ruvi Alvarado, one of the core players that Coach Jimenez talked about. He falls to the ground, keeps fighting for the ball. Who's it off of? It's in favor of Futsal Factory. Cal Suleiman has words for the referee. It's a side out, but it's closer to the corner. So it's a pseudo corner, if you will. Suleiman wanted a shot. Or also a chance just to kick that ball directly into Alvarado's legs. Factory's back on defense. Pritchard, a stalwart in the pivot spot. Ball deflected off of Yessian's legs. Yessian's leg, excuse me. Good defense right both sides coming into this one. A little bit of chatter from Futsal Factory fans if they would take this matchup lightly. As I say that, Tucker almost had a shot towards the net. Good defense by Patino to make sure it goes out of bounds instead. But some chatter amongst Futsal Factory fans if they would take this opponent lightly due to the 17-2 victory they had the last time these teams played. Shot across the way. Cal Suleiman nowhere towards the net. Probably looking for Yessian on the recipient of that pass. Not a lot of shots on goal either. Randy Lopez is the only one with one save today. Fairly clean match, no fouls. Patino across the way into the arms of Damron. Schwartz, ball kicked up into the air. But it went off the chest of an Inter-Detroit player, so it will stay in favor of the Factory. Excuse me, it'll be Inter-Detroit receiving that one. It was just Cal Suleiman having good sportsmanship and getting that ball back. Patino not able to chase up to that one. Tight, physical match here at U of M Dearborn. That was Dylan Sosa Sanchez who's checked in. Pass a little off the mark. Ducks will be the one to put it in. Maybe not. Suleiman And a kick-in violation will reverse this in favor of Inter Detroit. They got to move it up closer to halfway, though. Andres Gomez now checking in for the first time this evening. Sunday night futsal action. Shot, score! Cal Suleiman! Oh, that was beautiful! Ducks fakes the shot, passes it off, and Cal Suleiman scores for the first goal in today's match. My, oh my, you can't draw it up better than that. And a little over 6 minutes into this, we get our first goal of the afternoon. How is Inter Detroit going to respond? If you watch that last matchup between these two teams, it was very clear. After Inter Detroit went down 3-0, they became a little bit defeated about themselves and stopped putting in as much effort as they were initially. That's how you lose by 15. Inter Detroit cannot afford to go down 2-0, 3-0. Their confidence probably already shot. Dearborn chasing after the ball. They'll roll it in. Schwartz deflects that one out. That's Johan Fierro, the pivot from Bogota, Colombia. The longer this match has gone on, the more fans have kind of drawn in. Some surrounding me up here in the pavilion, as well as many down on the court, as you see on the bottom of your screen. Ducks heads it in before Fierro sends it out. Mago Highs receives that pass. Oh, Schwartz wanted that one. Lopez was out of his post. Would have been a perfect opportunity to go up 2-0. Gomez. Now to Paul Skosilas, who's checked in for the first time this evening. The Brighton High School graduate, not able to receive that pass. It goes out in favor of Futsal Factory. Ducks receives it. Back to Schwartz. Yesian. Wanted Mago Highs inside, not able to get him. And out, oh my! Own goal scored. And it deflected off the foot of Daniel Patino. 2-0 in favor of the Factory. And 2 goals scored less than a minute apart. The second one, an own goal, scored off a deflection from the Fixo. Lecht, shot. Oh, great save. As Lopez is able to deflect that back towards Andres Gomez. Randy Lopez, 2 saves for him on 4 shots on goal. Lecht goes to Unsworth. Mago Highs to his right, he will go to him. Mago Highs looking for Lecht. Tough foul, no call. Lecht tries to keep it alive, sends it straight into the arms of Randy Lopez. Throw sent out of bounds. And the Inter Detroit player took the Futsal Factory player took a tough fall. No foul called though. There's yet to be a foul called in today's match. Throw in sent down the way. And a timeout will be called by Edwin Jimenez, down 2-0, almost halfway through the first period. Curious to see what they talk about. We'll be back in a little bit. Teams will return back to the court in a moment. Over 40 of you watching live right now on YouTube. Thank you for your support of the National Futsal Premier League. And someone commented, last night's game in New Mexico was lit. Yes, it was a fun 7-5 finish in favor of the team from Albuquerque. Some great Spanish commentary on that as well. I wish I spoke Spanish so I could understand what he said, but he sounded good by my estimation. Passed down the way off the mark from Daniel Patino. Damron, the captain of Futsal Factory, very vocal. Pritchard, shot, deflected. And Patino keeps it alive. Sosa Sanchez loses it. Mago Highs. 2 men in front of him. He scores! Welcome back, David Mago Highs. 3-0. In 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes actually, Futsal Factory Academy has scored 3 goals. And Robert Francis Damron has saved his first shot on goal of the day. Everything is going Futsal Factory Academy's way. Header, oh, great save, Francis Damron. The header from Mariano Barragan. That pass goes off the back of Gomez Ruiz. Skosilas wanted to find Gomez Ruiz. Good deflection by the Futsal Factory defense. Oh, that was immaculate, that last save. Less than 10 minutes in, 3-0 your score in favor of the Factory. Gomez Ruiz. Skosilas gets that ball poked away by Philip Lecht, the youngster. Skosilas. Now to Gomez Ruiz. He's patient with it. Down 3-0. That's what you almost prefer to see. You don't want to see anything frantic or rushed from the Inter-Detroit side. There is no 3-goal play in futsal. Got to score 1 at a time. Skosilas. This is Barragan. Aggressive player himself. Would be fun to watch him against Pritchard. Pritchard deflects it away. Lecht on the fast break. Wanted Unsworth on the open net. Pass just a little too far wide. So there was about 6.5 minutes with a whole lot of nothing. Since then, 3 goals, 5 shots on goal. And we are underway. Nate Booz, rocket-powered foot. What's he got? Great save. Francis Damron. 3rd of the day for him. Booz deflects it up. Wanted Zacharko. Shot from Booz, deflected away. Schwartz on the fast break. Double teamed, can he get past it? Pushed over. Nikolai Zacharko making sure Schwartz gets no piece of the back of the net. We are 10 minutes in and a foul is yet to be called. So you see the foul scores on your screen. Are those reported right? Yes, they are. No fouls called yet. Taken away, Unsworth, fast break. Schwartz, no. Stolen by Gomez Ruiz. He wants Booz on the fast break. And great shielding defense from Yunej Ramajiku. Schwartz, inside. Pass maybe not intended for Boyd. He received it though. He'll get it back. Ramajiku. Factory Academy players making their voices heard on Inter-Detroit's home court. U of M Dearborn. Great passing around. Maurice Boyd playing in his first NFPL game. Zacharko, shot from down the way. And Darron dives for the fun of it. And Inter-Detroit fans probably wishing that for a better result halfway through the first period than 3-0. Better than 3-0 through 4 minutes. Ducker. Fast break for the old man, more like a regular paced break. He'll go back, Ramajiku. Pass to Schwartz. Ducks from half court. Shot. Great save. Randy Lopez. On the fast break themselves, Nate Booz didn't recognize where he was on the court. No curve on that shot attempt. Ducks. Patient. Good defense from Inter Detroit. Zacharko. We'll go back to Gomez Ruiz, the captain, playing in his first game this season. Needs something from him here. Cal Suleiman trying to avoid drawing a foul, but with no fouls yet to be called, I almost wonder if the aggression starts to pick up a little bit. Almost like you want to force the refs to call one just to see how far are they going to let you go. Ducks. Off the leg of Ruvi Alvarado. No, excuse me, I think Ducks poked it out. Alvarado just checked in, the Pontiac native. These teams will play in Pontiac next week against different opponents. Playing at United Wholesale Mortgage, their Fieldhouse. Playing on courts almost right next to each other. Oh, Ducks loses that ball on a one-on-one opportunity. Zacharko. Alvarado spins, falls down, no foul called. Suleiman with the good sportsmanship to Ruvi Alvarado on the pickup. Again, no fouls yet. I wonder how far are these refs gonna let these guys go. Robert Francis Damron becoming a part of the offense. No pass to him. Instead, they go to Ramajiku on the other side. Alvarado, stolen away. Nate Booz lost it out of bounds. If he was able to keep it alive inside, he would have had only one man to beat. Suleiman breaks the kick-in violation line again. Or the kick-in line, I guess. It results in a violation. Pass back, Gomez Ruiz. Tough defense by Ben Pritchard. Good shielding defense, Ramajiku. He's done that a couple times today. It's looked good every time. 3-0 your score line, 7:32 left to go in the first half. Coach Ducks not happy. No communication as to who's picking up that ball, so it results in a corner for Inter Detroit. You only have so much time to grab that one. Kick deflected up, poked away by Ducks. Not out of bounds quite yet. Pritchard threatened Lopez before it rolled out. Gomez Ruiz, Zacharko, excuse me. Trying to get past Ben Pritchard, that's a tough task. Alvarado, back to Zacharko. Ball bouncing in all types of directions. And Alvarado shoves old man Ducks to the ground as he tries to poke that ball out of bounds. Coach helping up the other coach, Edmund Jimenez. Picked up Ducks off the ground. Or helped him up, excuse me, he didn't pick him up like that. It was an open net for a moment, and the chest of Francis Damron sends that ball out of bounds for a corner. Scary for a moment. Alvarado not able to catch up to it before Damron got back between the post. Corner. Two-hand push away from Robert Damron. 5 saves for Francis Damron. Shot deflected away by Pritchard. Header into the net! The recipient of a shoulder bump from Futsal Factory, and Inter Detroit has scored their first one today. Nikolai Zacharko scoring his first of the season. .46 to play. The deficit is brought down to 2 for the home side. Yes, Jan. Good save, or clearance, I should say, from Gomez Ruiz. Able to keep it in bounds, though. Unsworth pokes that ball away. Fast break opportunity and a handball. Results in what I believe is the first foul of the day for Futsal Factory. Hasn't been marked on a scoreboard quite yet. See what that looks like. Shot, scored! Johan Fierro! And Inter Detroit is back into this one. Nice, hesitant, patient build-up. And Johan Fierro makes this a game again. 2 goals from Inter Detroit in 30 seconds. And timeout will be taken by the home side. 3-2, the score in favor of Futsal Factory. They are reeling after 30 seconds of great action from the home team. We'll be right back. Teams back in play, making sure that our scoreboard looks right, as that was a foul called on Futsal Factory after the handball. And the set piece set up led to a score by Johan Fierro, who's still on the court. Looking pretty good right now. There was a little bit of talk between the Futsal Factory players. Hey, make sure you watch out for the Colombian with the goatee. Now I know who they're referring to. Some comments going live in our live chat. Yes, Robert Dearborn is still in goal for FFA. Recently underwent a name change. He's now Robert Francis Dearborn. He hyphenated to obtain his mother's maiden name. So RFD are his initials. And Thomas Dono played in the last match these teams played 5 weeks ago. He is not present in tonight's contest. Shot from Fierro, too high. Mad at himself over that one. Hustling back on defense, though. Four saves for Randy Lopez up to this point. 5 for Francis Dearborn. Gomez. Andres Gomez, I should say. Pass inside, Mago Highs. Before Lopez is able to pick it up. A little bit of miscommunication there. And Andres Gomez, sorry, Randy Lopez picks up a ball that was kicked back to him. It's going to result in what I believe so for a moment there, I thought it was a penalty shot. That is not the case. It's just a free kick on the outside of that blue line that you see. Wall will form in front of the goal. Lopez standing in front of the 4 men directly in front of the goal post. Got to be aware of all the men that are surrounding them. Conversation between them and the refs. Shot off the shoulder of Randy Lopez. We'll count that as a save for him. Fifth of the evening. Shot taken by David Magohais, who did not play in the first game these teams played, but already scored. And that shot from Andrew Schwartz went to Jupiter. He's got a cannon of a leg, just has a bit of a difficult time putting it on frame. He's yet to score this season. Header goes back to Francis Damron. Great deflection, prevented the one-on-one opportunity. And Andres Gomez goes to Edwin Gomez-Ruiz. Trying to get past that double team, stolen away, picked up by Lopez. Gomez-Ruiz, mistouched pass. Wanted Silas Rustin on the far side before Damron throws it away. Gomez. Garcia de Solis, who's checked in now. It's Futsal Factory's possession. Mago Highs will put it in. Unsworth to Schwartz. Pass. Great save. Shot. Oh, almost. From Graham Unsworth. Randy Lopez. And you got to think, if Futsal Factory doesn't score that, excuse me, if Inter Detroit doesn't allow that own goal from Daniel Patino to make it 2-0, this would be a tied game with less than 5 to go before halftime. An unfortunate deflection from Daniel Patino made it 2-0 with 12:27 left to go in the first half. Gomez fakes a shot. Great save. Robert Damron, Francis Damron, excuse me. Gomez-Ruiz, Rustin, shot down the way, just wide. And Francis Damron not happy with his defense. Ducker, great pass, shot. And a diving save from Randy Lopez sends that out of bounds. Schwartz had the open frame. Lopez almost jumping on the ball, making sure that nothing happened there. Coach Ducks will be the one to put it in. Mago Highs sends it up into the rock wall outside of your screen. Player coaches are not uncommon for the NFPL. Many teams, their head coach also sporting a numbered jersey. Ben Pritchard checks in, deflects that ball out. One of the toughest defenders in the Michigan division. Duck sends it away. Unej Ramajiku checks back in. Maurice Boyd is in at the pivot spot. (3-2) the score in favor of Futsal Factory. Some fancy footwork there, sends that ball out. It was 3-0 for a moment after Cal Suleiman received a beautiful assist from Ducks. Patino allowed the own goal, and David Magalhaes scored. And all of that happened within about 2 minutes, halfway through this first period. Some time passed. Nikolai Zacharko scored on a header with 6:45 to go, excuse me. And Johan Fierro scored off a set piece 30 seconds later. And we are where we are now. Three minutes, 30 seconds. Headed away by Boyd. Rustin wanted a shot on goal. Boyd pokes it away. Gomez-Ruiz facing defense from Ben Pritchard. Rustin will probably go back to Gomez-Ruiz. He does. Pass inside. Garcia de Solis. Ramajiku. Ramajiku on the fast break. Lopez picks it up. Dylan Sosa Sanchez, wearing number 7, is checked in. This is Garcia de Solis. Out to Rustin now. Almost went through the legs. Good poke away. Pritchard falls over. No foul called. Gomez Ruiz trying to go through the defense. Almost got it past Boyd. And a foul is called on Ben Pritchard. A late challenge. The ball was nowhere near Gomez Ruiz. That is their second foul this evening. Sets up another free kick opportunity. Remember the last time Futsal Factory allowed a foul, Inter Detroit scored off the set piece. Shot off the chest of Damron. A combined 15 saves between our keepers this evening. Looked like a pass inside, but it goes into the feet of Francis Damron. Make that 16 combined saves. Pritchard deflects it away. We'll punt to play another day. Paul Skasilas checks in for Inter Detroit. Gomez Ruiz, patient. Pritchard trying to play some good defense. He does so. Skasilas, double teamed. We talked about that in the keys to the game before the game started. Head coach Ducks wanted to see his players rally around to the ball. You've seen a lot of double teams taken by Futsal Factory this evening. Ramajiku, pass inside, goal scored by Coach Ducks. You can't draw it up better than that. Head coach Ducks turning back the clock and scoring on that one. That is his second goal this season. .219 left to go in the first period. The score line, Inter Detroit 2, Futsal Factory 4. An entertaining first half for sure. Pass deflected away. Schwartz keeps it alive. Unsworth trying to do some fancy footwork. Shot into the hands low of Randy Lopez. No pun intended there. Cal Suman on the deflection. Goes past Gomez Ruiz. Shot scored! He did it himself! Cal Suleiman, 5-4. So, excuse me, 5-2. Suleiman scoring his second of the evening. Academy kids shouting, "That's my coach." All these Futsal Factory players help out with the Youth Academy. Some tough defense, also known as the goal two-hand shove from Johan Fierro. Not happy with the way this scoreline reads so far. (5-2) in favor of Futsal Factory. Looking a little closer to last night's game. Oh, shot on an open net is just wide. Unej Ramajiku trying to score his first of the season. He will check out. Lucas Yesian checks back in. Big thing for Inter Detroit right now is composure. Got to get their legs underneath themselves. Not let this game get too far out of hand. Remember, they were down 3-0 earlier. They scored twice in 30 seconds to make it a game again. That's how this game of futsal works. Anything can happen at the blink of an eye. Sosa Sanchez, shot. Oh, amazing save. Deflected off of the right leg of Robert Francis Damron, who now sends it all the way to Uranus. Nine saves for both keepers in tonight's contest. Fierro will be the one to put it in. High kick. Some hugging and pushing and shoving going on down in the paint. Third foul for Futsal Factory. And in the process, Inter Detroit has also gained a foul, so we'll make sure to update that. Fierro gets that ball poked away. Lopez wants it himself. He had an assist in the last game. Lopez needs to get back into his post. If Schwartz is able to poke that ball away, he has an open net. Shot, great save. 10th of the evening for Lopez. Still in possession of the Factory. He'll go back to Suleiman. Pass headed away by Johan Fierro. So I believe our scoreboard operator, at least in the stadium, has it off the mark. I believe it's just 3 fouls for Futsal Factory instead of the 1 to 2 line that's red in the stadium here. Less than a minute to go though. So those fouls will reset at halftime. Garcia de Solis. Pass is too far out of the reach of Fierro. Yessian back to Suleiman. Yessian gets it back. Fierro falls over and a foul called. And now a yellow will be presented to Johan Fierro. .38 seconds to go. First yellow this evening. The Bogota, Colombia native with his first yellow of the season. Ball sent up and away. Suleiman wanted a high arcane shot or a pass. Not sure what he was intending there. The mistouch. I thought was going to go in favor of Inter Detroit. It ends up being a corner. Must have been saved, excuse me. Unsworth not able to catch up to that pass. Lopez gets it back. Nikolai's at Charco. Wanted something fancy. Excuse me, I think that's Garcia de Solis. It is, my apologies. 30 seconds to go before we head to the halftime marker. Unsworth slowed up. If he continued to chase after that pass, he probably would have been able to keep it in bounds. Fierro to Skosilas now. Garcia de Solis. Good playmaking there. Sosa Sanchez, who's now taking the court on the near side of your screen. Fierro will elect to take that himself. Schwartz calling the offense. Ball deflected out. 2 seconds to go before halftime. Unsworth will take the shot himself, deflected by Fierro. And that is all for the first half. 5-2, the score in favor of Futsal Factory Academy. Academy kids looking on and making their voices heard at U of M Dearborn. We'll be back with the halftime report. We'll have more to say about the way this first half has gone. Welcome to the halftime report. Inter Detroit at home against Futsal Factory. You see the score on your screen, 5-2 in favor of the away side in red. It started off with Cal Suleiman off a beautiful pass from Drew Ducker with 13 to go. Less than a minute later, unfortunately for Inter Detroit, Daniel Patino scored an own goal, making it 2-0, and David Magalhaes would finish with a golazo just a minute later. Inter Detroit was able to come back furiously just a few minutes later, scoring 2 within 30 seconds. First off a header from Nikolai Zacharko, and then Johan Fierro off of a drawn up play, a set piece, excuse me, after Futsal Factory's first foul of the evening. After that, Drew Ducker, the head coach for Futsal Factory, was able to turn back the clock and score with 2 to go. And less than a minute later, Cal Suleiman took it himself to make it 5-2. A lot of entertaining shots on goal as well. Randy Lopez, 10 saves on 15 shots allowed. Robert Franzis Damron, 9 saves to his name. And pretty clean game up to this point. It got a little chippy there towards the end, at least on Inter Detroit's side, as they were not happy with the way things went. Johan Fierro earned himself a yellow card with 30 seconds before the end of the first half. That is the halftime report. We'll be back in about 3 minutes with the start of the second half. We'll catch you then. Apologies for being late to the mic. First shot goes off the way. Randy Lopez still in goalpost. No Xavier Borjas for Inter Detroit this afternoon. Lopez will go all 40 minutes. If Robert Franzese Damron were to ever go down, they do have Matthew Pletcher as a registered player, as their backup keeper, as he has been for the past couple seasons. Entertaining first half, 5-2 the score in favor of Futsal Factory Academy. As we get started with the second half here, fouls reset. The score does not, though. Inter Detroit has some work to do to pick themselves up out of this situation. In the wonderful game of futsal, anything can happen, though. Got to keep their heads up and their feet underneath them. Keep that defensive shape on top of them. That was Rudy Alvarado, got that ball taken away from him. Pritchard falls over and sends that ball out. He was looking for Philip Lecht on that. Probably wanted a foul as well. Not going to get it. Gomez Ruiz out to Alvarado. High kick for Zacharko. Some pushing, shoving around. Damron on the ground. Goal! And was the foul called before the shot? If the goal stands, Nate Booz will be credited with the goal. Yellow has been given to Robert Franzese Damron. And Edwin Jimenez is beside himself. The goal's not going to count. And Coach Edwin Jimenez of Inter Detroit is trying to get some sort of explanation. I believe it'll be a penalty kick, though. Nate Booz will be the one to take it. But on an open net, I mean, I'd rather have the goal. If you're going to give him a yellow, give him what you want, but Nate Booz is going to have to go one-on-one with one of the best keepers in all of futsal. Arguably the best keeper in America. Let's see if Booz can do it again. This time, Robert Franzese Damron taking up a majority of the net. And our referees making sure that the goalpost is set towards the right of your screen. Nate Booz will be the one to take it. Damron allows the goal to go in. Nate Booz making it 3-5. So, goal, no goal initially, it doesn't matter. Nate Booz is able to put it in the net and trims the deficit 2-2 for Inter Detroit, wearing those green and black uniforms. New uniform partnership for them, I believe, compared to what they had last season. Futsal Factory in year 2 of their Puma partnership. Alvarado wanted Zacharko. Something worth noting, I'm not sure what happened. Mariano Barragan was one of the starters for Inter Detroit. He played the first few minutes. He's not taken the court since then. The Ala from Jalisco, Mexico, has yet to step foot back on the court. Is that him? Yes, it is. He steps back onto the court right as I say that. Lopez throws it into Barragan. Gomez Ruiz, one of the best futsal footworkers, you could say. Shot, goal! Mariano Barragan! Off of the assist from Edwin Gomez Ruiz. It's the game again. Franzese Damron is beside himself. And like we talked about, 2 goals in less than a minute in the first half. Now 2 goals in less than a minute in the second half. 4-5 is the score. Still in favor of Futsal Factory. And the Factory has done a full 4-person shift. All 4 men on the court are now off. Header from Schwartz results in the first save of the day for, first save of the second half for Randy Lopez. Shot off the mark, deflected by Gomez Ruiz. Ramajiku wanted that shot on goal. Instead, it's a corner. Less than 2 minutes into the second period. Inter Detroit making this thing competitive. Looking for 3 points by any means necessary. Schwartz pass to Ramajiku. Will go back. This is Ducks. Inside, Ramajiku has Boyd open. Misses him instead. Nate Booz on the far side. Schwartz deflects it out of bounds. Zacharko to put it in. Gomez Ruiz trying to get past Ramajiku. Now to Zacharko. Screen. We'll take that. Nate Booz on the far side. We'll go back. Baragan. Not able to get it past Schwartz. Booz is there to take it back. And kicked it into the legs of Schwartz with the intent of Randy Lopez picking it up. Good communication there. Deflection from Ducks. And some tough play from Coach Ducks. Making sure Zacharko knows, no, it's nothing personal. Foul called on FFA. Booz. Inside. Pass deflected. Now Schwartz keeping it alive. Fast break. Lopez will kick it out. First foul of the day. Excuse me, first foul of the second half for Futsal Factory. Great save from Randy Lopez on that shot. Second save of the second half. Francis Damron lining up on the bottom of your screen. Futsal Factory fakes a shot. Oh, Boyd. Just a few feet off from that left post. A few minutes into this second period, it is a completely different game than it was at halftime. Ducks. Now Schwartz fakes a shot. Goes to Boyd. Has the whole defense in front of him. It doesn't matter. Maurice Boyd, in his first game in the NFPL, scores. The hesitation caught the whole Inter Detroit team off balance. 6-4. Less than 3 minutes in, we've had 3 goals scored. 6-4 is your scoreline. Gomez Ruiz almost lost that ball underneath him. Ducks gets in his face. Futsal Factory players rallying to the ball. Ducks gets back up. Now Boyd has another one. Almost. Great save from Randy Lopez. He's given up 6 goals this evening, but you gotta admit, Randy Lopez has stepped up to the challenge a lot more tonight than both him and Borjas did 5 weeks ago in the last game these two played against each other. Gomez Ruiz gets that ball now. Boyd off kilter. But Francis Damron drops down to save that pass. Save that shot, excuse me. Salas Rustin turns the corner. Shot deflected out by Ducker. And Francis Damron screaming. And a little bit of chatter between the two of them. Robert Francis Damron and Salas Rustin jawing back and forth. Still talking. You gotta like it. Physical play, heated rivalry. This game means something to every player on the court. Ducks on the fast break. Gets tripped up. Play was made on the ball, so no foul is called. And now foul is called, I believe, a handball against Futsal Factory. Gomez will size it up, straight on, against his defense. Francis Damron making sure top of the line communication's taken. And he saves that shot with the left hand out for a corner. Garcia de Solis will be the one to take it. I believe fouls have been called on both sides, but nothing's reflected on the scoreboard in the arena. Oh, Gomez! Almost off. Had that shot off the right post. Gomez getting in his grill. Shot, another save! Shot taken by Silas Rustin. He wanted the bicycle kick. Foul is now called against Futsal Factory. Oh my goodness, what is happening? This has been calamity. My apologies, foul was called against Inter Detroit. Silas Rustin doing maybe a little too much trying to go for that bicycle kick with two defenders right in his face. Pritchard out to Unsworth. Pass is too high over the back of the end line. 15:50 to go. What a fun contest here. U of M Dearborn, west side of Metro Detroit. Lots of you looking live right now. Comment section is active. Thanks for being a part of it. Alvarado gets that pass headed away. Pritchard, 3-on-2. Rustin, good defense. Garcia de Solis. Pass outside, deflected by Pritchard. Garcia de Solis will put it back in. Yes, on the deflection. Inter Detroit will reset. Patino. Garcia de Solis has Gomez on the outside. Miscommunication sends that ball out of bounds. He wanted Andres Gomez to receive that pass towards the corner on the near side of your screen. Fouls have been updated, 2 against Futsal Factory. They had 3 in the first half. Skip pass to Pritchard. Defense by Patino. Tough physical play, and Patino pushes and shoves him over. Rough play going on here. Yessian will be the one to take it. Factory players squared up all over on the attacking side of the court. Unsworth back to Yessian. Gets past the defense for the most part. Pritchard wanted Suleiman inside, passes off the mark. Less than 15 to go here. Inter Detroit has looked miles better than they have in their last match. Pritchard on the takeaway. And Andres Gomez fishes it out of bounds. It's out for a corner. Maybe not, just a side in. Suleiman taking his time, puts it in. Will receive that pass back. Yessian, one-on-one, he gets it! 4 goals for him this season, and it's 7-4. And every time Futsal Factory scores, the Academy kids are loud and rambunctious. You'll love to see it. Pass is too high over the head of Francis Damron. Was careful not to touch it, so he gets to keep possession alive. Schwartz. Now to Suleiman. Foul called against Daniel Patino and Inter Detroit. That's their second of the half. Unsworth will square up. Will go inside, gets it deflected away. Ball sent out of bounds. Yesian will put it in for Futsal Factory. The chippiness and physical play. You gotta hope it doesn't come to a head with this team. Yesian almost had one-on-one. Great deflection from Daniel Patino to prevent that ball from doing anything crazy. Fans gathering from both sides here. Great deflection. And now the fast break attempt. Franzese Dearborn making sure nothing happened there. Does go out for a corner though. Rustin will be the one to put it in. Pass inside, Gomez, Rustin. Pass the defense, now deflected away by David Magalhaes. Substitutions coming in. Yesian taking a step off, Philip Lecht on the court. Andres Gomez. Now to Johan Fierro. Coutinho shielding. David Magalhaes has an incredible work rate. A little bit of a shoulder bump to Gomez, who flies out of bounds. And now showing some good sportsmanship. A lot of fun players to watch on the court. David Magalhaes is one of them. So instrumental in that playoff run Futsal Factory made a season ago. Unsworth. Magalhaes goes back to Lecht. Futsal Factory can afford to be patient. Great footwork. Magalhaes gets that pass deflected. And now Silas Rustin dangling it in front of the goal. Oh! Doesn't matter! Andrew Schwartz. Defense is just too loose for Inter Detroit that time around. And this scoreline has opened up 8-4. And now Edwin Jimenez is forced to call a timeout for his squad. 13:20 to go. It's a game. What a fun one here. U of M Dearborn. We'll be right back. Players taking the court once again for Futsal Factory Academy and Inter Detroit. Coach Jimenez forced to call a timeout after giving up 3 goals in about 3.5 minutes or so. Open up the scoreline 8-4 in favor of Futsal Factory. Here at U of M Dearborn, west side of Metro Detroit for out-of-towners. Silas Rustin. Now on the fast break, Johan Fierro not able to catch up to that pass, goes out of bounds. Head coach Ducker and Robert Damron have such a close relationship. In my conversation with Ducks before the first game of the season, I asked him to describe that. He said he views Franzese Damron as like a younger brother, and that he's always going to be family to him. Magalhaes on the fast break, shot off the post. So close to chipping it over Randy Lopez's head. So crafty with the way he manipulates the ball. Sosa Sanchez will get the ball back, mishandled. Ducks As a teammate, he's got Schwartz. Past the Ducks, a little too far. Ducks had an open net. Andres Gomez chips it over the head of the defense, but Sosa Sanchez not aware of the pass coming to him. I did ask Coach Ducks if the expectation was to win by 15 or more, considering the result of last game. And he said, yeah, you know, there's probably guys that are thinking that, but you have to live in reality. They recognized that Inter Detroit was going to make some changes both on the roster and in terms of their play style, and that the expectation at a very minimum was just to win and see how much they could win by this time around. Schwartz, shot saved by Lopez. Still in possession. Magohai's shot. Pass was deflected. He wanted left inside. Ducks touched it, and then Schwartz did, so it's a kick-in violation. Ball will go back to the home side. It's crazy to think that Inter Detroit is considered the home team in this matchup, as Futsal Factory Academy kids have lined up a lot of the bench downstairs that you're looking at. As well, they've created a bit of an academy section. Sosa Sanchez sends it out of bounds. But just outside of the left goalpost, outside of your screen, there's a bunch of chairs that are lined up just full of children. I assume that play for the academy. They're chanting every time Futsal Factory has scored this evening. Part of the Detroit Futsal Invitational that Futsal Factory hosted here at U of M Dearborn this weekend. This game tonight is the culmination of that tournament, of course. Coach Ducks was not happy with how his team is setting up. Johan Fierro on offense. Barragan kicks it into the legs of Ben Pritchard. Shot, great save from Dearborn. Pritchard sends it out. A lot of these shots are coming in low. Dearborn has dropped to the floor every time. That shot was deflected off the leg of Maurice Boyd. Shot came off the foot of Gomez Ruiz. Fierro. Defense by Pritchard. Good defense, mind you. Out of bounds. Inter Detroit looking to go quick, probably the rest of the way. 12 minutes to go, down 4. They can't afford to waste any time. Randy Lopez kicks that ball out of bounds. For a moment, Ramajiku could have caught him off balance. Fierro sends it. Barragan. Not sure what the shape is from Inter Detroit right now, I'll be honest. Ball deflected away. Unsworth. Fierro on the takeaway. Sosa Sanchez. Fierro, fast break. Shot was deflected by Pritchard. Unsworth. Being patient with it. Sent it into the chest of Barragan. Sosa Sanchez. Edwin Gomez will reset this offense. Johan Fierro communicating with his team. Boyd sent it out of bounds. Ramajiku abandoned the ball thinking that Boyd would go after it. Miscommunication there. And Gomez Ruiz, fancy footwork. Gets it to Sosa Sanchez, one of the younger players of this team. One of many high school standouts they've added to this roster this season. Barragan. Gomez Ruiz not able to chase after it. Boyd will receive the ball and put it in for Futsal Factory. Substitutions checking in. Paul Skasilas, in the pivot spot. Unsworth wanted that pass. Not happy with where the ball was placed. Gomez Ruiz back on offense. Sosa Sanchez will go back to Gomez Ruiz. The captain for Inter Detroit took his time. Everyone kind of settled for a moment. Header from Barragan. Now shot. Oh, excellent save off the right foot from Francis Damron. And that shot from Sosa Sanchez from half court is no good. For Robert Francis Damron, that is 14 saves this evening. Less than 10 minutes to go, halfway through the second period. Inter Detroit down 4. And Inter Detroit is at the point here where they don't want a learning lesson. They want to be able to get 3 points by any means necessary. Would not be our first tie in the NFPL this season. We had one last night. 360 Sala and HBK in the men's match. Francis Damron wanted an assist. Open goal. Ben Pritchard was between the pipes in case anything happened. Yesian. Good defense from Gomez Ruiz. Yesian, one of the younger players on this squad. Has been fun to watch so far. Scored 3 in the last game and 1 tonight. Scasilas. Now to Gomez Ruiz. Once Yesian off balance, Sosa Sanchez faces the tough defense from Ben Pritchard. Schwartz will take his place, as well as Cal Suleiman for another player. Gomez Ruiz wanted that shot high. Was hoping for a deflection at the very least, and Francis Damron will be the one to receive that ball in possession for Futsal Factory. Less than 9 to go. 2 fouls apiece will most likely not be a factor in deciding this contest. It's been a fairly clean game, all things considered. Francis Damron as a yellow, as well as Johan Fierro. Jimenez shouting orders towards his team. Shot. Oh, excellent. Off the deflection from Randy Lopez. Graham Unsworth sends it into the net. 9-4. Something worth noting, 9 goals scored and 8 different goal scorers. 7 if you don't count the own goal from Inter Detroit. Nate Booz wanted Baragin. Francis Damron, quick footwork. Made sure nothing happened there, but great work from the defense to deflect that ball. Something worth noting outside of your screen, on the right side of the goalpost, Matthew Pletcher is warming up, taking some kicks from assistant coach slash media coordinator for Futsal Factory, Renan Paiva, who played for Futsal Factory a season ago. Yesian, Schwartz. Good play there from Paul Scasilas to deflect it off the leg of Lucas Yesian. And 9-4, this building is quiet as a mouse. Quiet as a mouse? I don't know if that's a thing. Mouses squeak, they're not quiet. I'm not sure where I got that from, I'll be honest with you. It's late in the weekend, it's Sunday night. I'm allowed one mix-up. Francis Damron chasing after that ball. Net's not completely open though. Unsworth standing between the pipes. Paul Scasilas off the tough physical play, trying to get past the double team, and Damron picks it up. Good awareness and communication from this Futsal Factory team to always be aware of when Damron is out of the net versus when he isn't. Unsworth wanted that pass to Yesian, not able to complete it. Five-goal lead for Futsal Factory. Yesian trying to make it a 6-goal lead. Thought there was a hand there, nothing called. Shot, Suleiman, he's got a hat trick, baby. And all the Academy kids celebrating with him. Just outside of your screen, 10-4. Those chants you're hearing are, "That's my coach." And Suleiman, one of the many coaches of Academy teams. Booz trying to get a shot deflected by Ducks. Pretty much every player you see on the court, if not most of them, are coaches with Academy squads. Randy Lopez keeps it in bounds. Lopez keeps it part of the offense. Shot over the head of the defense, but not able to put it in the open net. That was Ducks trying to get himself his second of the evening. Six-goal lead for Futsal Factory Academy. They would be the second team to earn 6 points on the season, up there with New Mexico Flagship, who look miles better than they have in seasons past. Lecht outside, Magalhaes gets the ball poked away. And it is a corner, as Gomez Ruiz was the one who poked it out. Ducks will be the one to send it in, trying to extend this lead. And Magalhaes wanted the left foot crack. Not able to complete it. And despite the 6-goal deficit, Inter Detroit, excuse me, the 6-goal lead for Futsal Factory, tough defense still being applied. Ben Pritchard, probably one of the best defenders this team has. Call made against Nikolai Zacharko. Third foul of the evening for them. And Futsal Factory will get the ball in the attacking zone. Magalhaes will be the one to send it. Ducks. Shot is deflected off the leg of Edwin Gomez Ruiz. Certainly a stronger showing from this Inter Detroit team, but they are not satisfied. Ben Pritchard off the assist from Coach Ducks. 11 goals, 8 different goal scorers. Incredible stuff. Magalhaes now in transition. Fancy footwork, almost lost the ball. Holding on to it for dear life. Sends it into the chest of Randy Lopez. 15 saves for Randy Lopez. Shot into the net. Oh, who gets credit for that one? Is it Lecht or is it Magalhaes? I think Lecht got a push at it. Just as it entered the net, 12-4 now. And this game looking a little closer than it did 5 weeks ago, the last time these teams played, when the final score was 17-2. 12-4 right now, your scoreline. So barring a miracle on Inter Detroit's side, Futsal Factory will move up to 2-0. And Pritchard wanted another one. 2-0 for Futsal Factory, put them at 6 points, top of the Michigan division. And Inter Detroit would fall to 0-2, which would give them a 1-7 record since joining the NFPL. Zacharko, great save there. And Matthew Pletcher That's his first save this evening. And head coach Dux is going to have a conversation with some of the academy kids. You saw a pink ball fly into the field of play. Making sure that those academy kids are aware. You can have fun, just make sure you keep it on your side of the court. Please and thank you. Gomez. Double teamed, taken away. Not quite. Gomez wants a shot. Another save from Pletcher. And Robert Francis Damron has been making his voice heard all evening. Both of these teams will play next week at United Wholesale Mortgage Fieldhouse in Pontiac, Michigan. First game of the evening will be Futsal Factory at Midwest FC. That's again Saturday. That game starts at 7:30 p.m. and just 30 minutes later, Inter-Detroit will play home to Capital Futsal, the only other team in the Michigan division with a win. Shot taken by Pletcher is off the mark. I imagine these teams will be on courts right next to each other. So if you want a whole bunch of Michigan futsal action, United Wholesale Mortgage is the place to be. We'll live stream those games too, of course, on the National Futsal Premier League YouTube channel. Big thank you to everybody that's watching tonight so far. Maurice Boyd. Now Schwartz. Shot deflected off the leg of Rustin. Andres Gomez. A little bit of patty cake with the ball. Unsworth wanted that shot, not able to get it. Good defense from Andres Gomez. And shot from Ramajiku, just a little too high. Some other good futsal action going on next week. In the California division, Bay Area Footy will host a men's and women's doubleheader in the California division. And ball goes out of bounds in favor of Futsal Factory. Gomez deflected that shot, or at least that pass, excuse me. Kick-in violation. And the air has been sucked out of the building. All the Inter-Detroit fans this evening have nothing to say, as this game got very out of hand from 17 minutes left and on. Nate Booz, Mariano Barragan scored in the first few minutes of the second half. It was 5-4. Since then, Futsal Factory has scored 7 straight. Schwartz, pass gets deflected away. Andres Gomez sends it out. Shot deflected off of several Inter-Detroit legs. Futsal Factory has scored many goals tonight. Cal Suleiman with 3. He's the only multi-goal scorer. Daniel Patino scored an own goal in favor of Futsal Factory early after Suleiman's first goal. Since then, David Magalhaes, Drew Dux Ducker, Maurice Boyd, Lucas Yesian, Andrew Schwartz, Graham Unsworth, Ben Pritchard, and Philip Lecht have all scored for Futsal Factory. Teamwork, making the dream work for the away team. Plenty of bright spots in this intra-Detroit performance prior to 17 minutes left in this game. Nikolai Zacharko, Johan Fierro fitting in very nicely with this team as that pass is deflected away. And the core players of Nate Booz and Mariano Barragan, who started every game for Inter-Detroit last season, looking very good to start out 2026. Ramajiku, now to Schwartz. Shot just off the mark. Good quick twitch ability from Matthew Pletcher to make sure that ball didn't hit the back of the net. Shot deflected off the back of Lucas Yesian. Andres Gomez fakes the shot, fakes the pass. Too much. Pritchard on the fast break. Good defense from Johan Fierro. One of the bright spots for this team. And that shot just a little too high. Pletcher almost took a whack to the face. And for Futsal Factory, oh, great save from Randy Lopez there. For Futsal Factory, this is 8 wins in 9 games. And they will start 2-0 this season after being undefeated in the Michigan division, what was the Midwest division a year ago, with a team in Chicago taking part. Only loss last year was in the championship game to Brusa FC, a team we have yet to see play tonight, yet to play this season, I should say. Very curious to see what kind of players they bring back. I know they sent 1 or 2 to Brazil to play futsal over there. And while we're waiting to see how this game finishes out, let's talk about this 2-on-1 potential opportunity. Gomez not able to take advantage of it, deflected by Ducks. Sosa Sanchez goes out to Fierro. Yesian running with the ball. Shot, good save from Lopez. And that shot from Fierro too high. Less than a minute to go. Let's talk about the playoff structure. This is worth noting for Futsal Factory fans, as the division right now runs through them. So the top 3 teams in each division, Michigan, California, and the Southwest, will each get a team. The winner of the semifinals match, or the divisional final we can call it, that will be hosted by the #1 seed after the regular season is over. So those 3 teams will go to championship weekend, which will be hosted by the Michigan division winner this season. And then the 4th team, as they're gonna do championship weekend with 4 teams in the final, and some tough physical play from Andres Gomez as well as Paul Skosilas sends Ducks to the ground. So the 4th team is gonna be the wild card team. Now, I'm not sure if the NFPL has had this before. They haven't had it in my time in the past couple seasons I've been involved with the league. But the wildcard team will be the top team, or the top #2 team, I should say. Oh, deflection! Off the assist from Pritchard, Yesian gets another one. With 19 seconds to go. So the top #2 team, you can call it, the team with the most points that's in 2nd place in their division, will be the wild card team, and they will also go to championship weekend. So I believe that's going to be decided by the amount of points you have in your division. Worth noting, as Futsal Factory earns this win, and the division still runs through the Factory. 13-4, the final score. And it was an excellent, excellent match for the away team. You're good to go. I'll take care of it. I appreciate it all. For your help. God bless you. Take care. Let's go through some of the numbers here for you before we say goodbye. Yellow cards, one handed out to each team. Johan Fierro earned one, as well as Robert Francis Damron trying to make a save early in the second half. For the goal scorers, we'll start with Futsal Factory. Cal Suleiman with 2. Lucas Yesian with, Cal Suleiman with 3. Lucas Yesian with 2. David Magalhães, Drew Dux Ducker, Maurice Boyd, Andrew Schwartz, Graham Unsworth, Ben Pritchard, and Philip Lecht with a goal for each of them. For Inter Detroit, their goal scorers Nikolai Zacharko, Johan Fierro, Nate Booz, and Mariano Barragan, infusing that core group from last season, along with some new players from this season. Randy Lopez, 17 saves for him. Unfortunately, he allowed 13 goals as well. For Futsal Factory Academy, Robert Francis Damron saved 14 shots on goal. Matthew Pletcher saved 2 towards the end of this match. That is going to do it for us. On behalf of the table crew for Inter Detroit, my name is Garrett Pogg. Thank you for joining us at U of M Dearborn and the National Futsal Premier League YouTube channel. We'll catch you next time for more futsal action. God bless you all, and have a good night.